All right, it's time for the overtime scoreboard show presented by Four Quarters Online. I'm Mark Adams and my tag team partner, Coach Cofield. Coach, man, it's a beautiful week number two.
Yeah, man, I really enjoyed the matchups. Some of them turned out the way I thought they would turn out. The others, not so. My school had a rough time on Thursday night. Um, I mean, it's just a part of the game. You go in somebody's backyard. You hope you win, and you expect to win, but things didn't work out. And we're not gonna mention that. I was riding high last week.
Yeah, there were some upsets. I was quite surprised. Like there were just some in my opinion, there were just a few instances where I was just like trying to check back and forth between the different scores. I was just like, oh my goodness. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's not waste anybody's time. First of all, man, what a send off by Lee Corso. That was pretty epic right there. Just was watching the college game day presentation. He's been in the business for a long time, so that was pretty fun to watch. But some area scores from Friday night. I think the biggest surprise, and we got to go out to Panama City for this one. Bay upending Mosley, and I don't think anybody saw that one coming. Mosley was coming off of such a great week number one, and they looked pretty dominant. But man, it is hard to overlook what the Tornadoes did as they were able to handle Mosley pretty good. But let's jump back up here. We got Thursday scores first. Lincoln handled Madison 23-12, and man, the Trojans looked. It was, Lincoln was kind of down on themselves, but I felt like it was a good, solid win. That's a really good Madison football team that's still in contention for a state title in the rural classification. But Lincoln handled business. Some sloppiness, but they were able to get that touched up, and they take it 23-12 over the Cowboys.
Yeah, anytime you win a game, you can always find something you could have done better. But the key is winning, and then that's 2-0 for the Lincoln Trojans. Hey man, they're off to a great start. They beat a quality football team. Uh, Madison playing some of the toughest. That might be one of the toughest schedules for anybody in the rural division.
Yeah, I think that Madison stacks their schedule just because they can. They do have the horses to run with anybody. They took on D-Land in the beginning of the season. Uh, I think D-Land is. Man, I don't even
That's
remember. We had the classifications all lined up. They are in
they
the
seven
highest
A.
classification,
They're in 7A. So
7A, and
rural
Madison.
is
I mean, it was 21-20. So that kind of tells you everything that you need to know about how Madison football is built. But Lincoln looked really comfortable going down the stretch, in my opinion.
yeah, they did. They got off to a great start, and like I said, these guys are. When I saw them in Vero, I was impressed. A lot of guys got to play. They look very well coached, very organized, and they look like they're on a mission.
All right, let's keep it rolling down in Gainesville. Rickards Falls, the east side. And man, this was disappointing, man. I saw the Raiders. They had it, I think it was 4th and 6. They needed to just be able to hang on for another play against the Rams. And man, jumping off sides just ruined it. It put east side at 4th and 1, and they just fell forward for the first down and ran out the clock, ending the Raiders' chances at a potential comeback. And man, Raiders fought hard, but just too many miscues put them on the losing side of this one as they fall to east side 28-25 on the road.
One thing you're going to learn that the Raiders have proven is that it ain't over till it's over. So if you get a lead on them, hey, you better put them away. They're always going to fight back. And I think, that game is a lesson. You got to take care of the small things. The big things will take care of themselves. And seeing them doing the things they're doing, going out of town Thursday night, which is a tough night to travel, going to Gainesville and losing a close game, hey, it's always next week.
Yep, absolutely. Another Thursday night contest. Shout out to Coach Kez McCorvey. Got his first win as an NFC Eagle as they handle business against North Bay Haven. That was a really close one, back and forth, but the Eagles fought hard and they were able to pull out the victory 26-20 over North Bay Haven. Eagles are slowly putting things together. I think Coach Kez McCorvey has a team going in the right direction. North Bay Haven still looking for that first victory on the year, but they look a lot improved as well.
Yeah, these teams are getting better. North Bay Haven, I thought it was going to be a different matchup, but North Bay Haven gave NFC all they wanted. NFC got that first victory for Coach McCurvey. Uh, Looking forward to the rest of the season is all you can do.
Yeah, absolutely. There looks like there's going to be some tough goings early as the Eagles' schedule doesn't get any easier, but man, they feel good to have that first victory. Houston County downs Gracefield 36-24. That'll do it for the Thursday scores. Let's get into some Friday night football. Child's a big winner, 42-7 over Pelham. Man, that's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Timberwolves, being able to get that first dub on the year. McClay handles Brookwood, no problems, easy peasy, living squeezy, 45-14. And the McClay Marauders are 2-0 on the year. Man, this game had my eyeballs for a minute. Taylor County, Wakulla battling it out. This is a classic matchup, and Taylor County walks into J.D. Jones Stadium and walks out with the victory, a big one at that, 27-21 over the War Eagles. And for this one, we talked with Coach Braswell through the middle of last week, and he talked about getting things cleaned up. This was a team that was sick. Whatever bug was going around, they had it. Quite a few of their starters were out, and so being able to battle through illness and get that victory was huge. 21, being able to close out the game in the way that they did, looking at just a certain number of things. They didn't outgain Wakulla through the air or on the ground. This was just hard-nosed ground and pound football for Taylor County. They just found a way to get it done. And they've got playmakers. Jabez Glanton really had a big night for the Bulldogs. He's one of those grinders that Coach talked about that was able to be a huge contributing factor on that one. We'll get into more on that one on Wednesday on the Extra Point, but let's keep it rolling. Hamilton County, a big winner over Scintilla, 45-0. Bozeman handles Leon and edges the Lions.
Mark, I saw that game. Man, Leon was leading and gave up a long drive and had an opportunity, I think, with about a minute or something to go to have a chance to come back and take the lead. But they fought. I saw a lot of improvement over last week, and Coach Bell might be turning that thing around.
Yeah, I believe so. I think that there's some improvement there, although you hate to lose on the road like that. But, man, Bozeman looked pretty solid, especially after dropping things in week not after dropping things, but especially after the coaching turnover in the offseason. Man, Thomas County Central handed Florida High almost an ADP 79-13, and we just gonna move on from that one.
Dang.
Chipley handles Linden 53-0, and don't look now, but the Tigers are off to a hot 2-0 start. Cottondale downs FAMU DRS 48-16. Freeport has 31, a big winner over Jay, 31-14, and then Lafayette down Swanee 37-30. And man, unfamiliar territory for the Bulldogs, but man, I thought that Lafayette might be much improved, and they are.
Yeah, I was surprised at this. As you know, I would have thought that Swanee was going to win this one. Lafayette playing up, and Swanee, they had a tough loss last week. I thought they'd be ready for this one this week. They got to all you can do is get ready for next week's game.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's keep it rolling. Liberty, a big winner over Verdon, 45-0. And the Bulldogs, man, that was what the doctor ordered for them. In my opinion, this is going to be one of my sleeper teams. I think people need to keep an eye on Liberty County Bulldogs. We talked to Coach Carlos in the offseason. He's really excited about this team, and him and Coach Tranquil are going to have things rolling. They're going to be sneaky, but you got to keep an eye on the Bulldogs. Osceola, a big winner over Petula Charter, 38-20. Franklin County and our good friend Coach Cooper down there on the beach handle business against Bell, 35-14. And Jefferson County, congrats to Coach Bright getting your first win on the year under the Tigers as they handle business against Lighthouse, 28-26. Hard-fought victory. We'll break that one down on Wednesday night on the Extra Point. We already talked about Bay down in Mosley, 34-21. But, man, fireworks all over the field for the Bay Tornadoes. I really was impressed. I saw the 90-yard bomb that the quarterback threw to just kind of upend things. And man, those 2 late touchdowns just allowed the Tornadoes to pull away as they shocked Mosley 34-21. I think the only people who weren't shocked were the Bay Tornadoes and Coach Brown. They knew what they had. They know how talented that group is, and they really showcased it on Friday.
Mark, I don't think people realize what a big rival that is. Coach, as you know, Coach Brown was the coach at Mosley. He's at Bay now. And, you know, people, I mean, we had opportunity to listen in on some of the trash talking a few years ago, man. I'm like, dang, I didn't know it was like that down there. But, hey.
Oh, yeah. It's tough. It's tough on the beach, man. It's tough down there. But, yeah, congrats to Bay as they moved to 2-0 on the year. Seminole handled Sneads 41-14. Branford downs Weewa 33-7. South Walton a big winner. And watch out, Seahawks at 2-0 as they down Fort Walton Beach 29-16. Arnold a big winner as they find their first victory on the year 27-6 over Providence. And then this is the reason we're doing this show today. We had to wait on the Port St. Joe Holmes County score, but Tiger Sharks handled it by 1, 9-8. Man, that's an old-fashioned SEC kind of score there as they down Holmes County. And that will do it for week number 2. Man, Coach, happy football Saturday. I'm gonna catch the
man. Today. I got my food over there, man.
Oh yeah.
I got wings, I got chicken fingers, I got drink, and then I'm gonna cut it off with some fruit and drink a lots of water to wash it down.
Yeah, we got. So did we miss Jefferson County? Let's go back.
You did Jefferson. They beat Lighthouse.
Coach Bright. They handled it. They took care of it.
We beat it. Hey, Jefferson County. Hey, I'm glad for them, Coach. You know, clean up some of those mistakes you got. And then you talking about having a pretty good season.
They're gonna be tough. I like the direction that Jefferson County is headed, but man, that victory over Lighthouse 28-26. So we got you. 28-26 Jefferson County score. But yeah, I agree with you, Will. Taylor County putting people on notice, man. Definitely doing it.
Hey, what did I tell you? I talked to Coach Braswell early this summer, and he was excited about it. His team, and usually when coaches are that excited, they know something we don't. They get to watch. They watch those kids. They know they develop, and he couldn't wait till the season started. And look what happened.
Absolutely.
Boom, you go and beat Wakulla and JD Jones.
Oh yeah,
everybody don't do that.
One of my top 5 toughest places to play in the area. But that'll do it for the Overtime Scoreboard presented by Four Quarters Online. We'll catch everybody Wednesday nights. Only, well, actually not only, but yeah, on our social media channels, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. It's the Extra Point. We are the only people talking about high school football across the I-10 corridor, all the way from Lake City back to Panama City. You can catch it right here. We'll see everybody on Wednesday night where we have everything broken down. For my tag team partner, Coach Cofield, I'm Mark Adams, and we'll catch everybody on Wednesdays.